Behold, the NBA Cup. It's the league's shiny newish toy, a trophy that absolutely nobody asked for. It is the participation award of professional sports, created to solve a problem that didn't actually exist. This is a tournament where you win a trophy for playing games you already had to play anyways. It's a thinly veiled gimmick, a marketing push so desperate for meaning, it hurts. Today, we're breaking down the split personality of the NBA Cup, a competition that starts as a complete joke, but somehow ends with a genuinely exciting finish. The league wants you to believe this is a big deal. They gave it the Emirates sponsor, a flashy logo, and a grand ceremony in Las Vegas. But let's take a moment to be brutally honest about the first part of this tournament. It's just regular season games wearing a Halloween costume. With the sole exception of the last 2 rounds, every single contest in this special event is just a regular season game that counts towards the normal standings. It's like your boss declaring that this Tuesday is Super Tuesday, and if you do your job well, you get a gold star. But you still have to do your job anyways. It's manufactured drama, and today, we're calling it out. First, we have to talk about the courts. In a desperate attempt to make these games feel different, I guess, the NBA decides to assault our eyeballs with some of the most hideously painted disasters in sports history. For the first tournament, every court was drenched in a tidal wave of solid, blinding color. It looked like a Microsoft Paint project gone horribly wrong. Fans, players, and broadcasters all complained it was distracting and just plain ugly. And honestly, kind of gave me a migraine. To their credit, the league has tried to tone it down. The newest courts are personalized, but still feature a giant cup logo at center court, a constant gaudy reminder of this exercise. Why not, I don't know, a smaller one? Similar to how we have always wanted that finals logo to come back since 2014? But slapping a new coat of paint on something doesn't change what it is. It's just a Tuesday night game in November, no matter how much you try to dress it up. The biggest fraud of the NBA Cup is that its early stages aren't a real tournament. It lacks that anything can happen feel that makes tournaments like March Madness so great. It's the same teams you're going to watch anyways, playing games that were already on the schedule. This format leads to scenarios that are completely kind of anti-basketball. Remember teams intentionally fouling opponents late in a 30-point blowout just to protect a point differential? Or benches celebrating wildly because they only lost by 10 points instead of 12, securing their spot in the next round? It's a mathematical circus, not a basketball game. The league invented a tournament with rules so convoluted that with winning or losing, it just became secondary to a calculator. It's just plain dumb. But after all that nonsense, something strange happens. The moment the 4 remaining teams get to Las Vegas, it all changes. The fake urgency of the group stage is replaced by the real, palpable pressure of a single elimination tournament. Kind of like a NBA playoffs on steroids. The semifinals and finals have been legitimately hype. The games are intense, players are locked in, and for 48 minutes, winning is the only thing that matters. You see it on their faces also. The league's big selling point, the prize money, suddenly makes sense here. Each player on the winning team gets a bonus of around $530,000 for 2025. And while it may be pocket change for superstars, you put them under the bright lights of Vegas with a trophy on the line, and their professional pride takes over. It's a perfect storm of cash, ego, and glory that creates a genuinely thrilling conclusion. The truth is, the NBA has a tournament with a broken beginning and a brilliant end. The preliminary games are a joke that nobody cares about, but the finale in Vegas is must-see TV. In the end, the NBA Cup is a tale of 2 tournaments. There's the forgettable group stage, with its weird-looking courts and confusing tiebreakers, and then there's a Vegas Finals, which have given us some of the most surprisingly intense basketball that we've seen maybe all year. The Lakers won the first NBA Cup, the Bucks won the second, and those championship moments felt weirdly real for the time. The problem isn't the trophy, it's the path to get there. The Cup has a genuinely good ending, but is attached to a meaningless beginning, and until the league fixes that, it will always be a flawed experiment. And I don't think anybody's really going to respect it. So the question becomes, how do you fix the start to match the finish? What incentives would you make for those early games? Does the winner need a guaranteed playoff spot to make the whole thing better? Should the group stage be its own separate event? Let me know your ideas in the comments below. And if you guys enjoy a good sports debate, make sure to like and subscribe this video for more.